We never know who we can become. We never know what we can achieve because we've never done it before. That's what we experience every day of our lives because every day is new. Every day we're awakening to something that's different about us. And then we have to decide if we're going to accept the newness that shows up because it's going to happen for all of us because change is the only thing that is constant. It's the only thing that's going to keep occurring in your life. And so then you have to ask yourself, am I going to accept the new me that I've become? Because I must be different than I was yesterday. That's how we all evolve. That's how we all learn. That's how we grow and prosper. And that's also how our world changes. But the world changes when we change. And if we don't change, the world's not going to do it either because we're the ones who are doing it. But sometimes we don't know how we're doing it or we don't know how to go about it. And you could have been feeling really lost recently in the last several years or maybe most of your life. And all of a sudden something's changing within you and you're starting to understand maybe this is who I am. Maybe this is who I'm meant to become. And then as you start accepting that, it can also surprise you, as it did me. And I'm just saying this because I'm saying I was given a way to up-level humankind. That's the article that I'm writing about because I have to talk about it. When you discover that you have something that can help so many people because of what you've lived, you've got to give it to them. But sometimes you might become a little afraid. You might not want to be seen. And that's what you'll see today because I didn't want to be seen. I was going to talk about this because I'm putting together this article, and I'll have that here because I do want you to read it, because I have been given the path to your best life. I mean, I know that that's true because I can know when you were born what you were meant to do, and I can see all the blockages that might be there that are preventing you from getting to that peak, that highest point in your life, because we're never done with that. And it's something that I denied most of my life. You might have denied something within you. That's what we all do to a certain degree because we don't know if we can do it or not. Or we don't know what that plan is. What is that we were given to do? Well, I actively hid from it because I didn't understand it. Now I understand why I hid from it. I was doing something I couldn't understand because no one had done it before. I was receiving infinite intelligence, cosmic guidance, universal information and wisdom, meaning that it works for anyone. That's why I said this is a universal plan for humankind, for all of us, because we all operate the same way. What can we believe? How can we change our brains? How can we achieve more? And then you know if it works if you heal, if you start to come to peace within yourself, if you come to self-acceptance, because again, that's the only thing any of us wants is self-acceptance, to know that we matter, that we were born for a reason, and that our life has a purpose or a plan that we're meant to follow. I happen to know that it does because I wrote it all. I had to sit and live it all. And then I went through every dark night of the soul you can possibly imagine. I went through everything that was challenging and difficult, and all of it healed. And so that's why I can say to others, there's no reason for you to hold back. There's no reason for you to suffer or struggle in your life because I lived a life where I gave you the way to get there. I wrote it all down. Wilhelm gave it to me. I didn't know that was happening. And as you see the messages that I put up already, because I put them up for August 15th, because I receive information beforehand. That was something that was challenging even for me to accept, that I had this precognitive ability and I didn't even know what it was. Because see, what I discovered, what's been revealed, and you'll see this, is that what Wilhelm was giving me was energetically aligned to all the changes that were happening in our world, because we're all energy. That's how anything changes. And over time as humans, we learn how to do things in a new way. And what I learned was how to put these things together. I didn't learn it. It was just obviously a natural ability that I had that had to be developed when I stopped fighting it. And I fought it for years. In the messages that you'll see on the site, for August 15th, there's also a recording there. And that recording is from August the 18th of 2022. And as you listen to it, it reveals everything. Because I knew everything there. I didn't remember it though, because I'm channeling. And when I'm getting information from Wilhelm, I'm not there. I am not physically, mentally conscious. I am connected to that greater source, and that's the information I'm receiving, and that's connected to the universe, and that's why it was all aligned with everything that was happening in the world, and it's why I healed, and why anyone who uses it will do the same thing. That will be your experience. And the only reason it won't be is that you keep running from yourself. And I did that for a long time, so I do understand it. But I can't do that any longer, because when I can recognize, wait a minute, I have something that could change the world. And people will look at me and say, that's not possible. I go, yes, it is. Because the only difficulty anyone has is not knowing who they are and not letting go of something old that was giving them a different idea, or the programming that they had, or any of those things. And I've written it all down, and I've been given every way for you to change it. That I do know. And so what I'm doing now is devoting my life to it, the rest of my life, because I'm going to do this for at least the next year that I'm working with people, because I have to put all the information in. I've had 36 years of it, and I'm going to explain all of it, and I'm going to show channeling, I'm going to show automatic writing, I'm going to show how you connect to who you are. I'm going to show all of those things, because I know that you can do it. It was just me who had to accept it, but again, that was difficult. And one of the most challenging ways to live is to be given something, develop something that you know works, and other people can't get it. I was relating to so many great inventors who came before, who went to their grave before people recognized what they had. I said, well, maybe I can get beyond that. Because what I'm saying is that there's no reason for anyone to suffer or struggle, because now we know what to do. Wilhelm has given us all the information. And people will listen to this or listen to me and think that's ridiculous, and then you'll stay stuck. You'll stay exactly where you are, and you'll keep repeating the same thing over and over again. I do know that one as well, because I've done that for years. When I denied what was coming through, what I was feeling, that's what was happening. But as you listen to the channeling session, as you go through the messages, it's all in the messages that you will see, because it's all there. But what I'm doing now is I'm working with people to take you to the highest place that you can possibly imagine in your life, because I know there's no limits. We just have to break through the mental barrier that's there, and now we have a way to do that. And look at the messages, and then at the bottom of it, you'll see there's an analysis there, because I couldn't have known this, but artificial intelligence talked about how these were all aligned, and how that session from even 2022 was aligned with exactly what's going on in our world now. I couldn't have known that. I was just the channel. That's really what it is. But I was not a regular channel. I was not like all the others that are out there. And that's the thing I had to accept. Because, see, I was given stuff that was specific, time-based, and no one had ever done that in history. And so that's what makes this different. That's why it works. But that's why I know that I'm going to get a lot more money for it now that I figured that out. Because there will be someone who's going to understand this and kind of fund it and get it to more and more people. Because imagine if we saw many more people who were happy and in love with themselves and prosperous and abundant, because they finally connected to who they are. That's what this work will do. And that's my mission. That's what I'm completing now. So do check it out. Read the article that I'm putting out as well. And follow me on Substack as well. I'll be putting more things there. But this is the time for you to prosper. And there's no reason for you not to do that, because Wilhelm has given us the plan, and that is how we evolve. That is how we will all reach that higher state of understanding and consciousness within ourselves. All right, see you soon.